maybe you had a friend group, or you've got some family members, because I want to say that you feel you may have even known these people like your whole life, right? You have spent time, and you may have even considered or thought that these were going to be people that you carry, not carry, but they would be with you forever. They would be in your future. It's like you foresee, you raising your kids together, and you guys, taking group vacations, and doing all this kumbaya type shit, right? But what it looks like, it kind of feels like you started to observe that these people were doing all of these things, but they were doing all these things without you. You weren't necessarily included. You may have included them in your thought process, but you were kind of an afterthought to them, because I don't feel like I think you're finally seeing like these people, they chose each other. They didn't choose you, or didn't choose to include you into the fold. And so instead of feeling, I guess at one point you may have felt very disappointed and hurt by what you were able to see. Like, damn, like you guys are like all over here, having a good time, and, having fun or whatever, but y'all don't ever invite me. I'm on, here on the outside. And it kind of feels like by you making it's really interesting, because I feel like if you withdrew and you decided to surrender and be like, hey, you know what? It's going to be whatever it's going to be. I'm just going to take a step back, and I'm going to choose to go elsewhere. I'm going to go choose, and I'm going to focus on something else. I'm not going to focus on y'all anymore, because there's nothing really. It's interesting because I keep seeing these same three cups. You may have decided to kind of just pour into something else. You may have decided to kind of tap back into your own well, is what I heard. And I feel like and by doing so, you in essence kind of created your own peace, because I feel like by seeing or witnessing these other people doing all these things without you, it made you feel some kind of way. It made you feel really sad. And by you just kind of like, I think at one point you may have even obsessed about it, like, damn, like they're over there doing all these things, and here I am over here by myself, and they're not even thinking about me. Um, and for you, you're kind of like, okay, that's cool. Let me focus on something else. And what's interesting is that I feel like the moment that you start focusing on something else, that's when they redirect their attention back onto you. Hmm. Yeah. I said these people are they're connected to your past. Ooh, look at that. And you may have been real confused by the fact that these people were not including you in whatever it was that they were doing. And I feel like you decided, like this was not on your bingo card at all. Not at all. You've got fond memories of the things that you guys used to do. You've These are people that you genuinely have love for. You genuinely have love for, you know? But I feel like you felt as though people were moving funny, cuz that's what it looks like. You felt like funny. And then you even second guessed yourself. Like, is it me? Is it them? Like, what is it, right? And then when you decided to move away from the situation because you were no longer, like, you were starting to really see something I feel like you saw something real clear the moment you kind of took a step back from it. Once you kind of gathered your feelings, you got out of your feelings, you started to kind of pay attention. And I feel like once you started paying attention, it was very crystal clear about how these other people moved, right? And while you may not have had the most confidence in departing or stepping away from these people, you are now in a position of being very firm on your boundaries. It's kind of like